Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is the 7th installment on how to make a flex box. So if you have not watched the first 6, we're making this box and we're making these interior parts right now. So if you haven't watched them all, you might want to back up and watch from the start, from numbers, I think it's called the first. But anyway, we've drawn this out in the number 6. On the 7th one, we're going to make these interior parts. So I'm going to control D, and I'm just going to drag this thing out of the way, and then I'm going to get this piece. I'm going to control D. I'm going to get it out of the way. Now we want to keep this shape, so let's lasso it all, arrange, group. Now let's just move it out of the way for a minute. Now the rim of the box, let's just zoom in here and just double check. Use your parallel dimension tool to measure from right there to right there is 1.37. And we want the interior part not quite as tall, because this lip of the box is going to fit down in it and actually set and rest on these parts. So the outside will keep it from falling in, but it would, if you had them the same height, and you can see right there, I don't know if you can see real good on the picture, but it's recessed the thickness of the wood. So since that is 1.37, we're going to make our part 1 inch. And 1 inch really makes it pretty easy. So now instead of the thickness, we're going to just go 1 inch. You want to have your proportion ratio unlocked. So let's go just 1 inch. We'll do the same thing on this one, 1 inch. So we've got our 2 tabs. We'll go ahead and rotate this one back to 0. Now this is another reason I like to draw in the center of the page. Press P on your keyboard, now it's in the center of the page. Now our tabs that I used on the side, they were actually a ½ inch when I started on the smaller box, but I enlarged this box so my tabs became larger. So our tabs are 1.61, and I like everything tight, so I made my tab 1.6 by 13. The wood is 1.25, but you're going to trim off some, and this way it's going to stick all the way through the wood. So let's hit, and you can make that 1.25 or 0.125. So now let's hit P on the keyboard, and you've got both of them in the center. If you will select that one, hold down your shift key and just select your box, and then hit L on your keyboard. It's going to move it to the center to the left hand side of the page. Let's go ahead and do the other one. Let's make a duplicate of it, Control R or Control D. Now we've got it selected. We're going to hold down our shift key. So select it, hold down your shift key, press R on the keyboard for right. Now I'm going to go ahead and make another duplicate of that, because we're going to need another one in just a second. So Control D, and it probably, I don't know what, okay, just put it right on top. Now we need to go to the outside of these two. So they're 1.13 or 0.13. So I've turned my nudge factor to 0.13. Then all I have to do is hit the arrow key one time to the left, one time to the right, and then you take your virtual segment delete key and just delete that line and delete that line, encompass them all or lasso them all, and hit arrange and group. Let's get it out of the way for a minute. Let's move this into the center of the page. Let's make well, we're not through with that one, I just realized. Control D will make a duplicate. We'll put it in the center of the page. And then same thing we're going to do there we did here. Encompass them both. L on your keyboard. Make a duplicate. hold down your shift key, R on your keyboard, and then just grab that, one click to the left, one click to the right, get your virtual segment delete key, and let's back up here. Let's try something else just to see if it will work. Let's make a duplicate of that. Let's just see if the weld key will help us. And it does. So you can take out a couple steps and you could weld those. So we've got that. We need 2 of these. So then all you have to do is hit Control D. So now you've got both these pieces. Okay. Now we still need to mark 2 tabs on this board. So let's put our drawing back in the center of the page. P on the keyboard. Let's move these out of the way a little bit more. P on the keyboard. And then just kind of take your tab, put P on the keyboard. I don't know if I'm 100% sure this is going to work. We need to ungroup that. Hit your L. There you go. Getting a little tight here. Make a duplicate of that. Grab that line also and hit R. Must not have done it. Hold down your shift key. Now let's see how we can do this. We need that. We need that. And we need that. Group them together. And there's your interior part. And it'll match up dead on. Okay, that's one part of it. Maybe a little bit more trickier part is going to be making these joints, but we'll cover that in just a minute in the next video. So I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.